Hey, Claude Code, can you go and find my recent emails, find the latest one, and then draft it and then send a brand new email through M365? Yes, you can. And this is basically a very strange week where I've been talking to a number of program managers and product managers living inside Claude Code, and their bugbear is there are connectors where you can read only information in 365, but they want to be able to search, read, and write information as well, and gain the power of Work IQ to gain all of that information back from their M365 estate. Now, there are a number of new MCP servers, Model Context Protocol servers, in Microsoft Agent 365 that I'm aware of, but I've never had to interface an external system coming the other way and then being able to read and write information there as well. So we built it. If you can think, like, product managers, they are trying to live in lots of different places, do a lot of tasks, but also they've got both autonomous agents and semi-autonomous agents as well that are doing work for them. So instead of just content switching, having everything in one place means that they can keep their cognitive flow and they can start doing work a lot better and quicker than they ever have done before. Now, in building this very custom, this is not a Microsoft product, building this custom bridge, this is an MCP tool that lives locally on the machine. It talks to Claude Code and is the bridge between Claude Code and the Agent 365 SDKs, and then connecting into all of the possible services within Microsoft 365. So there are 13 different MCP servers as of today from Microsoft, which is around Mail, Calendar, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Teams, SharePoint, OneDrive, and a lot more. And we're able to use this bridge tool to bring back 56 enterprise-grade tools that are deterministic. Now, here's the thing, right, is when you're using generative AI, it's non-deterministic. It's able to summarize information really well, but maybe not go off and actually do proper tasks for you. So we need deterministic tools like these MCP servers in order to do work for us reliably, which is pretty cool. So like I said, what we've built here is an Agent 365 bridge. Those MCP servers are closed off. They're able to be used within the Microsoft ecosystem, so you can pick them up in things like Copilot Studio, but there's no way of being able to expose that to other services coming inbound. So this 365 bridge has a 3-layered translation system that sits between Claude Code and the Microsoft Agent 365 platform. So the layer 1 is the passport, so the identity layer. The whole idea of Agent 365 is a registry of agents and MCP servers, so you have full observability. This is your control plane of monitoring all of these AI capabilities. But of course, we don't want this to be autonomous either. So we don't want this running as a service account. We want it running as the permissions of the person that's asking for the information. So we have delegated authority into those app registrations, which I'll show you in a little bit. Heavily integrated into Microsoft Entra, of course. So we have device codes, so we can authenticate that individual. And then once that is set up, then we're able to be persistent with that set of credentials, so we're not prompting the end user each time to log in. Of course, this is encrypted as well. And then once that is all set up, the bridge MCP server is able to query all of the different tools it's got access to, just like it would with any other MCP server, and then go and get or actually make information for you as well, which is nice. Exactly what these program managers were asking for. Under the covers, it's quite simple. This MCP bridge is basically creating a JSON request. So for example, like search messages and then query for Project Alpha timeline, wherever it's going to be. And it's been able to use that secure connectivity then in real time to go and search your mailbox with Exchange, or find information on SharePoint, or even pick up the MCP servers for Word, Excel, and PowerPoint and create brand new assets for you. Isn't that pretty cool? But this didn't come without its technical challenges. So trying to get this to work was not trivial at all. Hit a number of different technical roadblocks that I wasn't aware of in Claude Code, because that's not a tool I use every day. But I just want to share just a couple of anecdotes around that the problem really was the timeline problem. So Claude Desktop, for example, when you're using chat, has a 5-second timeout that I wasn't aware of. So when you were going through and authenticating your bridge tool, then the timeout happened and then the list of tools failed. It wouldn't bring back any information. So that was one thing to be aware of when I was creating this type of bridge. The other issue as well was when we were logging in, because it takes about 30 seconds for it to go off and find what tools available to it, then Claude Code and chat would just time out again. So I had to add a couple of different methods into that to be able to cache the tools available in order for then to do the proper discovery behind the scenes, so the end user wasn't waiting around for something to happen. But yeah, it was fairly easy to set up in the end. Took a few different hours to get working and testing. And I guess I should finish waffling and go into the setup. Few different things you need to do is head over to the Azure portal and you need to go into app registrations, create a new registration for this bridge. We'll give it a name, something like Agent 365 Bridge. It's going to be single tenant only. And then we're going to ignore everything else and hit register. So in here, a couple of different things. We need to go to certificates and secrets, create a new client secret, because we're going to need this as part of our MCP bridge. So just give it a description for a second, hit add, and then we're going to pick up our value, our secret key. I've blocked this out for obvious reasons. And then we're going to head over to API permissions. So this is the hidden area for Agent 365. So we're going to search for that. Here's the Agent 365 tools. Remember, these are in preview today. Go down to MCP servers, and then you've got a whole list of MCP servers that you can choose from. Now, for your testing, you probably don't want to add anything that says admin in it. But here's the list that we can click on. So we're going to go through calendars. We've got Copilot MCPs. We've got Dynamics Sales. We've got Discovery Tools. We've got another one called Me, and that's basically getting information about you or me. And then I'm just going to go through and click all of the ones from a productivity point of view. So ignoring all of the admins options, as I said. Next thing I'm going to do is hit the grant admin consent for my organization. Remember, this is delegated access, so it's running as that end user. So we're basically signing in and then it's acting on my behalf. And the other things that we need then as well is the tenant ID and the application ID from these instructions. And of course, we've got a value for our secrets. And once we've collected those, we're going to put those into the .environment file. So again, I've just blocked these out for privacy reasons. But once that's configured, then what we can do is go in and clone this repo. Obviously, update the .env file. I've done this in the wrong order, but there we go, other way around. And then we can head over to Claude Code, and then we can run these commands in order to register that MCP server. Next thing you can do is go into Claude and then check the settings. Under Developer, you're going to check whether the MCP bridge is actually running and then check the logs. The reason being, the first time you set this up, you're going to need to open up a web browser and then sign in with the appropriate code that gives you. And then in the logs, you can keep this file open, by the way. You should see it going and discovering all of the tools that you need. Obviously, you're going to take that code from the logs, input that, put in your credentials, your personal credentials, and then go in and try it out. So I'm just going to say, hey, go to the M365 bridge, find my most recent emails from the last week. I have sped this up slightly, just so we're not waiting around for things to happen. Here it's brought back all of my emails as my fictitious persona, which is Corey. And then we can say, hey, summarize the information. And it's bringing back that information back. We can see the JSON as well that is sending through the MCP bridge. So you can click that out to see more details. And here's a summary of a fictitious project that I'm working on. Next, we can say, hey, can you build me an exec summary report in Word using the Agent 365 bridge? I'm just being quite specific here because you can have multiple tools within Claude Code. So I'm just adding that in, and it's generated this Word document using the Word MCP server that's in the Agent 365. And here's the Word document that was automatically put into my OneDrive for Business site, which is cool. You can also do this in Claude Chat as well. Just make sure that the connector is enabled and you can ask the same types of questions. I was doing some testing here as well. It seems to be quite quick, or quicker in chat than it is in code. But we can say, hey, can you check, not spelled right. And we can allow this functionality to go off and get it. Whenever I say check in speech to text, it always puts check as in check. And I noticed some limitations in here as well. I don't know if it's in my setup or whether I don't have information within my tenant, but it says it can't look backwards, but it can look forwards. Because it's a demo tenant, I don't have any meetings going forwards anyway, but I've tried that and it just comes back saying, hey, you don't have anything. Just to ensure that the calendar view tools are working. And what we'll do next is, can you find an email from Graham? I know I've got one of those in my fictitious email, and it's bringing back that information. So there's all of the tools that works basically in Claude Code, and we can search, we can edit, and we can create new. Lastly, let me just zoom out for a second and talk about why this matters and why you should care beyond it just being a cool demo. So Microsoft is building out Agent 365 as its control plane for AI, but they're also talking about synthetic workforce, or the synthetic workforce. And these are autonomous agents that can act on behalf of users across the entire Microsoft ecosystem. So we're seeing things like digital employees, where you could drag an employee into a certain meeting, and that has a certain purpose for specific projects, for example, and it understands that, it's got a purpose, and is able to do the write-up for you. So right now, Microsoft is limiting that to first-party agents like Copilot in Word, Copilot in Teams, but also custom agents as well. So keep an eye on those. I'll do a video on that very soon. But for this bridges the gap between third-party agents in Claude. And in this case, you can tap into the same infrastructure, the same capabilities over there as well, and have the same enterprise-governed tools that you would expect from Microsoft. That's the whole part of Agent 365. It'll respect the same security boundaries, but act as the same delegated authority, as in it's got the same permissions as the human being and doesn't have anything over and above that. This is a huge unlock for enterprises, of course, that are using things like Claude Code for development work, or Cursor maybe, but this bridging tool, this MCP server, will work across any MCP capable platform. So you could pick this up, add it in, and then you've got access to all of those capabilities in Microsoft too. So if you're really interested in this product, I have put it up on my GitHub repo. This is not a Microsoft solution. This is just me playing around, seeing what's possible. But feel free to go here. You can clone the repo. I've done as much description as I can in the README to help you along about how it works, what it connects to, and how to set it up. Feel free to give it a star as well if you feel that way inclined. And also have a look at the Microsoft Agent 365 tooling documentation. Now, this is still being built out. It's still within the Frontier program, of course. You need to be in the Frontier program in order for this bridging tool to work. So if you've not got that enabled in your tenant and you don't have some of the qualifying criteria, like at least one M365 Copilot license, then you're going to struggle in order to set that up. But anyway, that's a prerequisite. Definitely go to this website and read this. You'll be able to understand what the strategy is, how these MCP servers are working, how the observability layer is going to work as a whole, and this central control plane for everything to come in. As always, there's a ton of information to give you, but go and have a read. Let me know what you think. And as always, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.